Alright, here we have our sous-vide final project for RSA 2012, right? Alright, so in this board we have the JHU RSAB board. We have a couple of switches that allow you to change various settings. These potentiometers, which allow you to change the temperature and the time delay in thermostat mode. We have the parallax display that lets you see which mode you're in and what temperature you're at, or what time setting you are in for the thermostat mode. We have these two temperature sensors that allow you to figure out what temperature your pot is at, as well as to check if there's enough high enough water level. The entire thing, the heaters are controlled by the relay over here, which turns on and off to determine how many, to keep the temperature stable. Here's the pot. We have two heaters and a circulator pump to circulate the water throughout it to keep it working correctly at the correct temperature. And over here on the board again, we have an LED to tell you what temperature that your heater is on, and an LED to tell you as a warning that the temperature level is too low.
So to set this, it can either be in PID mode or thermostat mode. So you change switch 1 and hit reset, and now it is in thermo mode. Right here you can change the temperature, and this can be done in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. And then this changes the time interval. And then if you change it back to PID mode, you can set the temperature more carefully using each digit.
And when you are ready to change from setting mode to heating mode, you simply press this button, as was just displayed, and as can be seen by LED 1 here, which is turned on, we are now heating up. So it's pretty difficult to tell from the look of the pot at first, but if you watch the temperature here, every 10 seconds when it updates, you'll be able to see it start steadily climbing. So we've come in to within 1 degree of our temperature, and since we're in PID mode, what happens is it just heats up steadily until it gets to within 1 degree Celsius of your desired temperature, and then it starts the PID cycles. So what you can see is this LED clicking on and off. That's actually the LED that's showing when the relay is on. So since we're still actually below our desired temperature, you can see that the duty cycle, which is how long that light is on out of every 10 seconds, is pretty long still. And as we get closer and closer, the duty cycle will get shorter and shorter. To kind of give you a comparison, since it's probably kind of boring to sit there and watch lights blink on and off, I'm going to take and I'm going to reset the program. I'm going to switch us into thermostat mode. And I'm going to leave the temperature setting pretty close to the same. So let's go. I'll just go a little bit higher so that you can see the difference. Here's 55 Celsius in thermostat mode, and we'll start it with a 10.8 second period. So it's clearly on right now, and once it gets up a little bit closer, we'll be able to see what's happening in thermostat mode. So we're getting pretty close to 55 here in thermostat mode, and I'll take a second to explain kind of the difference. What thermostat mode does is, if the temperature from the temperature sensors is above your desired temperature, it shuts the relay off. If it's below, it turns it on. So you have either full power or no power for the time interval that you set, which in this case is roughly 10 seconds. The difference between that and PID mode is PID mode uses a PID controller to kind of change the duty cycle, which is out of a 10-second period how long the relay is on. So it's not necessarily all on or all off. You could have it on for 5 seconds and off for 5 seconds, or on for 3 seconds, or on for 7 seconds, depending upon what is going on. So as you can see, we just went over 55, so it's shut off. There's a pretty significant amount of overshoot in thermostat mode, which is it'll come up above the temperature and then it'll keep going for a while. And that's just the nature of heating up this large pot of water over here. And then once it kind of stables out, you'll get a temperature ripple, which it'll go above when it's on, and then it'll go below when it turns off, and then above, and then below. And it'll go back and forth like that forever. With PID mode, you can get much more accurate. We've tuned our controller to the point where actually the accuracy of the temperature that we're able to maintain is higher than the accuracy of the thermometers, so you basically don't see any change, which is a 1/16 of a degree Celsius, which is a pretty significant accomplishment.